these people wouldn't even got close to them. You know why? And I'm going to shut you down with this. These people are not Greek life. The victims are Greek life. Greek lifers see everyone else as enemies. They wouldn't have deals with people like this. They will have deals with their own people because they got fucking money and connections to get the fucking drugs that they need without relying on these fucking dumb ass criminals. Because the students of the University of Idaho has better, bigger, and more connections than these dumb criminals. These dumb criminals would never have the chance to get close to the students of the University of Idaho. You know why? Because if he's even the thought in the students of the University of Idaho that somebody outside of the Greek life is coming to kill them or is a problem with them, these people would have got arrested even before they even thought about killing the Idaho folk. Because they would have the University of Idaho police, they would have Moscow PD, ISP, FBI, everybody on top of them, way before they even think about killing the Idaho folk. But you're the only dumbass they will think like that. You're the only dumbass they will think that simple, petty drug dealers will even get close to high-scale level students with money, connections within them. For them to get drugs, they don't have to go outside of the Greek life. For them to get beer, they don't have to. For them to get alcohol, they don't have to get out of the Greek life. Because in case y'all forgot, it was a fraternity member buying alcohol for Ethan and Sana. Huh? That's a crime, right? That's a crime, right? Buying alcohol for a non-adult allowed to drink. So in the same way, you see members of fraternities buying alcohol to their members that are not old enough to drink. Don't you think, you idiot, that they won't be able to find drugs if they want to through the same fraternity? And you think that these high-class students on the Greek life gonna come and have deals with bum-ass, simple, street-level drug dealers? You are a fucking piece of shit, Jay and Bree. You suck, bro. You ain't no smart. You ain't no analytical. You do not know how the streets run. You do not know how a college runs. You do not know how the Greek life program runs. For you to speak about the stupid shit that you're talking about, Jay and Bree, you need to motherfucking do your homework, you idiot. You can't just fucking get whatever you get out of the emails and come here to YouTube True Crime and speak you shit. You have to put the work. You have to study. You actually, probably, if you was at my level when I was in the streets, which you was the bum, you was the fiend, the custody, the fiend. I'm all the way up here. I'm all the way up here. I'm the one giving orders and making shit happen. Okay? So if you ever in your life will be in a position that have a couple of $1 million like I have in my life, you will meet high class people in high places. selling the product that I was selling back in the day, selling the product, I got to meet lawyers that are users, judges that are users, DAs that are users. They like to use that. Cops that are corrupted. Dentists that go to pull out your teeth high on something. So if you would ever be in a position of power ever in your life, you would know how power feels. You would know that with power, it comes a mentality. Okay? The University of Idaho is the power. The University of Idaho, in the same way, all the universities around United States of America, you dumb son of a bitch, Jay and Bree, they tell their members, their students, do not mesh with the locals. Do not mesh with the locals. That means that the students of the University of Idaho, they will only mess with their own. That's why it's no Bryan Kohberger could have done this crime. That's why it's no drug deal could have done this crime. Because the University of Idaho, as other universities around United States of America, they tell the frat members and the sorority members, do not, and I repeat, do not mesh with the locals. Do not mesh with the locals. That means do not have business with them. That means that if they need drugs, they need alcohol, whatever the fuck they need, they have to go to the source, which is their own fraternity and sorority leaders. That's the one that brings the drugs. That's the one that brings the alcohol. That's the one that do all the fucked up shit that people want to talk about. That's them. Ain't no one from outside. Is no one, no Bryan Kohberger, and none of this shit that Jay and Bree's talking about. And Jay and Bree don't took a chance, don't took a time to even think about the shit that he fucking talking about. Because obviously he do not know the Greek life community do not match with locals, do not match with outsiders. WSU and the University of Idaho do not mesh like that. You know who mesh like that between the University of Idaho and WSU? The same fraternities within those two colleges. That's the only people that mesh with each other, because you have Sigma Chi and WSU. You have Sigma Chi in the University of Idaho. You have Kappa Sigma in WSU. So you have Kappa Sigma in the University of Idaho. And y'all wonder what's the connection between the University of Idaho and WSU? The fraternities. That's the connection. That's the communication. That's why it's so easy to put two colleges to work together, because the fraternities in it. In reality, those two colleges are not competition when you have the same sororities and fraternities in the same college. They're not competition. They actually in cahoot. But you want to talk about a whole bunch of strangers from outsiders coming to kill a group of Greek life students that are well protected by themselves. Just think about it. They were protected by themselves. Just imagine Moscow PD, ISP, FBI, hunting